Yes, good morning, people. Look, it's a nice, chilly morning over in the UK, and Spurs have done business. The first ones to actually do business in this window, right? They have not only gone and signed Timo Werner on loan, but we're also going to be talking about that man, Radu Dragusin. See, I'm not going to claim I'm the biggest expert in this Romanian international football player, right? But all I can say is something's happened at Spurs, and not many people are talking about it. It's probably an exciting time to talk about Spurs. If you're a Spurs fan, that is obviously if you're a rival fan, let's say if you support Arsenal or anyone or Chelsea even, they might be hating on this a little bit because this is what many clubs want to do, especially for myself, who's a Man United fan, who's got nothing to do with this, right? But this is what I want my club to be doing. Clearly, they're going out and profiling players that will suit their team, right? So you've got Timo Werner, right, who's just signed on loan 6 months. I think there might be an option in there potentially, right, to see how he does. But when you think about the way Spurs play and the way Son has been playing under Ange Postecoglou, when you think about that player that drifts off to the left a little bit, the one that runs in behind, Timo Werner suits that, that mold that Ange wants to, have in a striker going forward because they do dominate the ball quite a lot and they do create chances. Timo Werner, on the other hand, not really seen many redemption arcs happen to players that we've always questioned. Of course, we can judge Timo on his time at Chelsea, and rightfully so. Same thing with Havertz at Arsenal, or the same thing with Mason Mount at Manchester United. But what I can say with Timo Werner is that he suits that mold, and we're going to question obviously his finishing, but we yet to see. Man United play Spurs this week, and maybe we'll get to see both of them play. It's only Wednesday. I'm pretty sure they can get registered in time by Friday for both of them to play because it's just been agreed. David Ornstein, whether you want to use Sky Sports as a source these days, you know, David Ornstein has confirmed that Radu Dragusin is going to Spurs. A lot of the time, we thought, yeah, big boys Bayern Munich, they're coming in to hijack this deal. It offered them something that they probably couldn't refuse at the time. But from what I'm understanding, from obviously what Sky Sports and David Ornstein saying, is that Radu Dragusin's decided to join Tottenham over Bayern Munich. That says a lot. In this day and age, we're literally saying a player has chosen Tottenham Hotspur over Bayern Munich. Times are changing. And right now, if you're a Spurs fan, you must be excited for this. The profile alone is immense. This time now, Christian Romero, who's deemed or known to be a bit rash, who's known to be kind of unreliable, whether you want to call him a Rolls Royce or not, it's totally up to you guys. But the fact they're getting depth in the area that they've been needing for quite a long time, it's very interesting. And even to think this guy's 21 years of age, 6'3", right footed, can play with his left foot. He has played both left centre back and right centre back as well. You can go do all the YouTube comps that you want to do. This guy's obviously going to impress. That's the way YouTube comps go. But I wouldn't really know about Genoa too tough and how they're performing. I'm not really one that's been watching Serie A as much with the lower teams. My team used to be Sassuolo, so that's how I knew about Locatelli and all them players there. But with Radu Dragusin, very fast player. I would actually know, you know what, tell a lie. He's fast. He's not very fast. But you got Van der Ven to cover that area, right? On top of that, he's a unit. Now, people need to really not sleep on this guy's physicality. Especially when it comes to these Eastern Europeans, you do not ramp. It's as simple as that. But yeah, look, he seemed like quite a grounded player. He was at Juventus once upon a time. But this player profile seems like he might suit the Premier League just that little bit. And so far with all the Tottenham signings at this moment of time, even players from last season that got signed, they're literally having redemption arcs themselves. Richarlison's having a decent season. No one's really speaking on it. Yes, he's not the greatest player in the eye. I understand that part. But, he's actually getting some GA underneath Ange. We talk about Christian Romero potentially as well. He's had a bit of a decent season other than that stupid sending off as well that he had to make against Chelsea. We talk about Bissouma, what a player. Right now, this is something where Spurs are lacking is maybe around the midfield area, right? Because they're going to miss Bissouma. He's going off to AFCON. But what a player. Again, Brennan Johnson, a guy I wrote off. I was calling him pretty much the mixed race Dan James, But right now, other than you could say pretty much is, in the final third, he lacks that little something, but, he's actually playing quite well. So Spurs, it's quite exciting. Look, the direction is changing. New stadium, you know, Daniel Levy, the ones that, he's actually put something in place this time around. And I think even though it's only been half a year, I think it's more than evident, a big enough sample size to say something's gone in the back. Whether it's with their director of football, whether it's with their recruitment, which they changed their direction. Spurs is everything I wanted Man United to do, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Same thing happened with Arsenal. Their direction under Josh Kroenke as well, Edu, changed at some point. So things do change at some point for different clubs, and this is very, very exciting. And you know what? I'm quite eager to see how this man plays and how he even fits in. But guys, 6 minutes into just recording this video, and if you haven't done so, just a quick little shameless plug. Please smash a like. Likes do a lot for this channel. It does a lot for videos as well. Pushing it out there, just trying to make content, something different. Not really being quite consistent with uploads, and it's a transfer. I'm trying to be a little bit quirky. To say the least. Anyways, it's a bit weird talking into camera when you ain't got no comments and so forth. But regardless of all that, look, they're saying along the lines that Spurs have reached an agreement with Genoa worth £25.9 million in total, but that's including the £5.6 million in add-ons, and that's also including Jed Spence going out on loan there. See, Jed Spence is another funny one. That's one player that I think a lot of his time when it was not on the Forest and that, everyone had quite high hopes for him, especially the way Ange plays, but it hasn't quite worked out for him. None of his loans, whether it was in France recently as well, or even this season where he was at Leeds and it's got cancelled. So maybe somewhere abroad might suit someone like Jed Spence, and good luck to him, young English international. Well, when I say international, I mean like the under 21s and stuff. So yeah, good luck to him. But Dragusin, top signing. If I'm gonna have to give this signing out of 10, considering where Spurs are, considering the deal itself, especially what they've been targeting over in Italy when you had Udogi. I don't even know how to say his name yet, so correct me. I think it's Udogi, or Udogi, right? So they do have a market over there. Dragusin, I'm gonna have to give this one, just because I'm not gonna say I'm mad familiar with his game. I can only go off his profile and what I've seen in moments, and when Genoa plays certain teams like Juventus. I'm gonna have to give it off. I'm gonna give this one a 7.5 out of 10. I think this one might work out for them. They got a bit of depth there now. They got Timo Werner. I'm going to give Timo Werner, considering it's pretty much a safe deal, an easy deal, something that fits a profile. He even said himself as he was joining Tottenham. If he ain't seen it, go check it out. Ange didn't take no time to really convince him as well to be where he wants. I'm going to have to give that one probably a 6, maybe a 5.5, 6, just because, again, profile-wise, a clear direction from Tottenham, a clear direction from the manager. And these players should succeed. If we're going to go dive into, even when you think about the depth, I don't think this is where it stops for Tottenham. I believe it's going to continue going forward. I believe it's going to thrive a little bit more. And, that top 4 push that everyone wrote off at the start of the season, including myself, this is something, they're going to have to target a central midfielder. I think they do need a box-to-box. Maddison coming back, Van der Ven coming back. I'm not too sure. I don't think Perisic is going to play another game this season. It might be his last time at Tottenham. This is all positive news for someone that's been injury-ridden, a bit like Newcastle, all pretty much from game week, maybe 6, 7. So you know what, Tottenham, kudos to you. Business done well. Money well spent, I would say. And I'm pretty sure you lot are excited just to be in the stadium and see where you can roar and go towards the end of the season. FA Cup as well. You still got that competition. Can you win something this season? Extra depth in that part. Could be your time. Could be finally. You haven't won a trophy in 15 years, going on maybe 16 if they fail this year. So, it might be a nice touch, especially considering Chelsea losing in the Carabao Cup. When it comes to the rivalries in London, you're always chasing the rivals pretty much of what trophies they're winning. I don't want Liverpool winning nothing. But yeah, going back to the Dragusin stuff as well, top player, top physicality, and more than that. But yeah, guys, make sure you smash a like, and we'll be back for any sort of news. Well, I'll try anyways. Anything that seems important, I'm going to record it. I'm going to smash it up. I'm going to make it an upload, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Big up, and we'll see you probably in the next one.